Back to the Hamley Athletic Complex. Chris Oliver joins me now, and Coach, let's start with the third quarter, and we'll go backwards. We'll talk about the first half in just a moment. Last week, you coming out of the locker room, it was not your best effort offensively, but tonight, put up 21 quarter points, and your offense really just rolled.
Yeah, it was great. You come out and felt like a little bit snake bit on the first play. I think we had to delay a game and then came back with a negative play, but we got bailed out. We had a positive play to get back in a manageable situation. We got that first down drive, and then we were off and rolling, and our O-line did a good job, and we hit them. They were bringing a ton of pressure tonight. We did a great job as the game went on of negating that with our running game. It had some really good interior runs, and that was a big one, and Jalen Boyd did a great job.
Let's talk about the in-game change that you guys made because UPike was bringing a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
They got to Cameron early. What kind of in-game adjustments did you guys make?
Well, they had run some blitzes that they hadn't done so far this year, and they had a good game plan for us, and they exploited our protection a couple times. And there was a time or two where it was probably scheme, and then a time or two where it was just getting beaten one-on-one situations. But either way, we didn't quite prepare for those looks, and it took a little bit to settle in and get our adjustments with the quarterbacks, the O-line, and the running backs. And I thought as the game went on, we did a much better job handling that. But that first quarter through really most of the first half, they got to us on a few times and put us in a tough spot. And it was good to have that adversity. I think in the big picture, I'm not happy that we got sacked. I'm not happy that we had those protection errors. But in the big picture, it's probably good that we had to get over and draw some things up and make a couple changes. And I thought our guys responded well once we communicated.
523 yards in total offense. I believe they'll stay above 500 this time. I didn't see anything, any weirdness like I did last week in the Thomas More game. But you talk about all the time, we're willing to take whatever the defense gives us. Tonight you threw for 279, but ran for 244.
Yeah.
Jalen Boyd a big part of that, but it wasn't just Jalen Boyd. It was a lot of different running backs along with Cameron moving the football. But that's kind of the MO of this Blue Raider team. I mean, you're a very balanced team. You get the reputation of being a pass-heavy team, but you can run the football as well, and your guys really show that.
Yeah, we want to have that versatility, and we want to create challenges for the defense and be able to be versatile with what we're doing. We want to be versatile. That's the thing. I said that 3 times right there. It's an important part of it. If you're just one-dimensional, it makes it much easier on your opponent most of the times to come in and stop you. And it's interesting. You look at the first half. We had a lot more passing yards in the first half than the second half. Well, naturally, the last 10 minutes of the game, we were trying to run out the clock. So we ran the ball much better in the third quarter. And I think we just came in and they had some adjustments for us. And I thought our guys up front did a good job of settling into the game on that O-line and tight ends and creating some creases. And the running backs did a great job running it. So we want to have that balance, and balance isn't always being 50-50 on run-pass ratio. It's not always being 50-50 on yardage, but it's more about being able to do both things and making those adjustments that you need, whether it's running or throwing.
And your defense, 4 more takeaways tonight, did not give up a touchdown tonight. Probably some tackles that you'd like to have back that they got away from, but for the most part, they were terrific.
Yeah, I think that's the one critique. We did not tackle very well. Aside from that, we made them earn it. We didn't give up a lot of big plays. There was one really disappointing at the end of the second quarter where we allowed them to get some points on the board off of that, but we kind of bowed our neck down there in the red zone and got a tackle for loss and forced them to go into the half without getting a touchdown. So even though we missed a tackle and gave up a big play, we still finished that drive pretty well, a lot better than it could have been when you think about a 24-14 or 24-10 type of game going into half. Well, that was a big momentum swing there to not allow them to get a touchdown on that drive. I thought our defense played outstanding. I thought we had a great plan. The kids executed it really well.
You're on a bye week now next week, and like I said, right, just a little bit easier going back home with this type of win. But I didn't see any, and we didn't talk about it in the pregame. We haven't talked about it at all. In fact, I didn't even bring up the bye until late in the fourth quarter. I didn't see your guys looking ahead, and that just goes to the maturity of this team. And I think this is a very mature club.
It's very exciting to be around this group of guys, and we've got 21 seniors, and our next game will be senior day, and we get to celebrate those guys. But when you see things like that, and you see a mature group that goes out and executes the game plan really well, like we've done a number of times, you ask yourself, why do those things happen? Well, it's not just coaching. I mean, it's leadership. It's that internal group of guys taking ownership of what we're asking them to do. And our kids have done that really well this year, and I'm just really proud of them. It's the first thing I told them after the game was just really proud of how they're playing, how they're preparing, how they're going about their business. And it's fun to coach a group like this, and we're excited about what we want to know again.
Coach, congratulations on that.
Thank you.